Okay, Peggy, 2 brand new decks of cards. Time to defend the title against a new challenger on Card Shark. Joe McGuire. Hello, Joe.
Hi, Jim. How are you?
I'm fine. Nice to see you. And won't you tell us about yourself?
Well, I'm Joe McGuire. I'm originally from New York City. I'm now living in San Diego, and I work for the United States Coast Guard.
Oh, that's sure. Are you in the service or you work
Yes,
for the
I am.
How long have you been in?
16 years.
Enjoy it?
Love it.
Hope so after
Yeah,
16
I don't
years.
have much choice right now.
Nice to have you here. You cut the cards?
Yes, I did.
Then let's get started.
All
you
right.
are up against a very gambling champion. And Peggy, we start with you. Peggy, we asked 100 psychiatrists. Generally speaking, do men cry less than women just because they're taught it's wrong for a man to cry? How many psychiatrists believe men cry less because they're taught not to cry?
Well, I rarely see men cry at all at anything. And I think it's because they're taught, and I think
The
psychiatrists...
guy who has the budget on this show was just crying a little while ago.
Well, poor guy.
How many psychiatrists believe men cry less because they're taught not to cry?
I would think it would be a relatively even number, about 52.
52 out of 100 psychiatrists feel that way, Joe. What do you think?
Well, I tell you, I think psychiatrists really think that men cry less, don't cry as much, and I think it's because it's a machoism that's brought in, and they are men, and I think it's less.
Less than that. You don't feel it's because they're taught to cry? Or
No, I think
Or taught not to.
I think it's just less.
I see, so lower than 52. The actual number of psychiatrists who believe men cry less because they're taught not to cry is 88, not lower, but higher. Yeah, it's kind of ingrained into them. Otherwise, we'd probably be the same as the ladies. And it's supposed to be a good thing for you. Peggy, you've got a 5.
Okay, I like that. I'm going to make it higher.
Higher than a 5. A queen.
And lower.
Lower than a queen. Oh, no. No, it's not lower. Back to the base card goes Peggy. Joe, you've got a queen.
Lower.
Lower, he says. A 7.
Higher.
He's risking it higher. No. We'll fill in the spaces. No one went anywhere on that one. Joe, we asked 100 bachelors. Have you ever stopped dating a woman just because you started to fall in love with her? How many bachelors admitted they have stopped dating a woman because they were afraid of falling in love?
Well, I'm a bachelor, and I'm in love, and I tell you, I wouldn't stop dating, and I think it's a fairly low number, and I say it's about 36.
36 out of 100 have stopped dating because they were afraid of falling in love, Peg.
I think that even though this is the age of no commitments and things like that, I think that the number will be a little bit higher.
Higher than that.
Yes.
Think more have stopped.
Oh, wait a minute. How
That's
many have stopped?
How many bachelors admitted they've stopped dating because they were afraid of falling in love? He said 36.
Oh, I think it would be a little bit lower. I'm sorry.
No, not at all. No, as long as we haven't given the answer, it's fine. The actual number of bachelors who admitted they have stopped dating a woman because they were afraid of falling in love is 23. Peggy's right. It is less.
Okay.
It is Peggy, now with a 5 again.
I'm going to say it next part's higher.
Still likes the 5 higher? No.
Oh.
Didn't work out. And Joe with a queen.
Lower.
Lower, he says. A 3.
Higher.
Higher than a 3. An 8.
Freeze.
Freezing on the middle card will protect that position for Joe. Can't take you back any further than that. And the challenger has a head start. We'll be right back. We're in the middle of game 1. Peggy with a 5 needs 4 cards. Joe with a lead, but he is up the middle with an 8, now needing 2 cards. And it is question 3, going to Peggy. Peggy, we asked 100 senior citizens. Is it a person's moral duty to provide food and shelter for his parents once they're too old to take care of themselves? How many are too old to care for themselves? How many senior citizens believe a person does have a duty to provide for his elderly parents?
Well, I read Dear Abby pretty regularly, and according to all the senior citizens who write in there, they all say that they should, and I agree, and I think about 65 of them would say
65 out of 100 senior citizens say yes, a person has a duty to care
Well,
for
I
their
tell you,
elderly
I
parents.
think that parents feel that if they take care of their kids when they're younger, that possibly when they get older and they can't do it, that the children should help take care of them, and I think it's a little bit higher.
Even higher than that?
Yes.
The key there is, do they have a duty to do it? Not whether they should or not. Let's find out. 65 and higher. The actual number of senior citizens who think a person does have a duty to provide for his elderly parents is 56, not higher, a little lower. 56 out of 100 felt that way. That means that 40... I better start being good to my kids there. Becky, you've got a 5.
Okay, I'm going to stick with it, and I'm going to say higher.
You've stayed with it twice, and it hasn't worked out. Is she right this time? Higher? No! Third time it's failed her, and Joe doesn't mind at all with an 8.
Higher.
Higher, he says, on the middle card. Yes, a 10.
Freeze.
Freezing. Interesting freeze because Joe needs 1 card. Peggy needs 4. Sudden death. Someone has to win the game on this play of the cards. Joe, we found 100 women who have been divorced and are now remarried. And we asked them, did you wear white the second time you got married? How many women said they did wear white the second time they got married?
Well, I'm in that position, and I have had more than
you
one.
You look lovely in the gown, Joe.
No, not me.
I beg your pardon. I'm sorry.
I've had more than one wife. Too bad, but I have. And the second one, when a woman gets married the second time, I don't think she would wear white.
How many did?
How many did? I say that's a fairly low number. I'd say probably around 23.
23 out of 100 wore white the second time, Peggy.
I think white is a lovely color to wear, and so I'm going to say it would be higher.
Higher than that?
Yes.
If it's lovely, they should wear it, right? Why not? The actual number of women who said they wore white the second time they got married is 10. Not higher, it's lower. Joe, you've got control in sudden death. You need only 1 card. Peggy needs 4.
Pass it.
He's going to pass it. Peggy, you haven't been able to get off that 5 yet. You better do it now. You need all 4 cards. If you get all 4, you'd also get a bonus for running them. With a 5, you got to get them all.
Higher.
Higher again. This time it is with a 6.
Higher.
Higher than a 6. A jack.
Lower.
Lower than a jack. No, another jack is not lower. It's the same. And Joe wins game 1. It's Sunday. Oh, it was tough for Peggy, but of course, when you're by yourself over there, you get credit for the double. But against an opponent, you must call it higher or lower. So it is game 1 of the challenger. Same 2 decks of cards will quickly get into the next game. Peggy, we surveyed 100 women who have become top business executives, and we asked them, in order to get where you are today, did you have to step on a lot of men? How many women executives admitted they did have to step on a lot of men?
I think until recently the business world has been so full of men that a lot of women would have had to do that. And so I'll say about 57.
57, yeah. I'm glad you said full of men. Joe?
Well, I tell you, with the ERA and everything that's going on right now, I don't think that they would say they had to step on that many men. I would say it's a little bit lower.
Lower than that. The actual number of women executives who admitted to get where they are today, they did have to step on a lot of men, is 4. You're absolutely right,
All right.
Joe. That's
all right.
Ability should count more than stepping on people, and in this case it did. Joe, we have 7.
Change that card.
Changing the 7 to a 4. Good change.
Higher.
Higher than a 4. A queen.
Lower.
Lower than a queen. No, king is on lower. And this time it's Peggy who gets a free chance.
Hey.
With a 5 again.
Again a 5. I'll have to say higher.
Higher than a 5. Yes, a king.
Lower.
Lower than a king. A 7.
I'm going to freeze.
We better freeze that one. It's not doing so well. We'll move over the freeze bar, and we'll be right back right after this. Well, it's been a pretty good day for Peggy Card. She ran them once for $500, hit one right on the head for $500. Great money cards. Total of $17,200. Good day for Peggy, but she's trailing now. Can she make a comeback against a fine challenger? We'll find out on the next Card Sharks. People today from St. Louis, Missouri, and Wilmington, North Carolina. Thank you for joining us. See you next time.
This is Johnny Olson speaking for Card Sharks, a Mark Brooks and Bill Topman production.